Hey.
Appreciate you, bro. I'm good for now.
Hey, see you next time.
Sports Illustrated? Time? We've got it all.
Put on a new t-shirt and wear it all the time. Someone. Hello, everyone here?
Welcome home, TK. Good to be home, Spinelli. Yo. Hi, DJ. B. It is 3:23.
So, what's your point?
My point is, why don't you get some real food instead of eating Reese's Puffs for, I'm guessing, like the third time today?
Yo, why don't you mind your own business, man? They my favorite, man. They got my taste buds feeling all sweet and rejuvenated. Don't do me. You do you.
This. Let's go.
Yeah, and he did Max.
Oh, okay. You like this.
Oh, Mr. DJ, what time is
Well,
it? I don't know, man.
for you and I,
You received this package and I wanted to make sure.
Yes. It says something about him.
It looked important. I wanted to make sure it was time for you. Well, maybe I wanted to make sure you were ready for the game.
He's a loser.
I'm always ready.
Oh, that's what I could Sean's face.
And I going nowhere. Oh yeah, you two would cut. Yeah, you two pay 90 coffee and Costa. Culver. Oh, shut up, damn.
You must be DJ. I'm Eric.
Hey, Eric, it's nice to meet you, man.
Likewise. Nice shirt. Looks good on you.
Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, it's great to support the local businesses.
I appreciate it. And as a token of that appreciation, I'd be happy to let you browse our private, very exclusive selection of non-newsworthy whenever you...
Oh, for real? Thanks, man.
Of course. Anytime you stop by, just give me the signal. I'll present you.
I could hear that.
But let's keep this between us, okay? I don't exactly have enough to go around.
Got it.
Dang, you went through me. Man, look, she's the only one with it, right? You can't tell me that's not personal now. Come on now. I ain't even no rapper, dog.
Are there any guys who surprised you this season?
Jason did a little bit with his consistency and high level of production. I knew he had the potential, but to do what he's done as quickly as he has and as consistently as he has, Jason Tatum, that's been phenomenal. And even Donovan Mitchell, I knew he was an outstanding athlete and prospect, but I didn't see this coming. I don't think anybody saw this kind of explosion.
Those guys that the teams that they're on, in a way, carry those teams.
That's the other element, too, which is really unique. Typically, rookies go to teams that are trying to make the playoffs and get a chance to grow and play a lot of minutes and put up good numbers. The teams are the ones that do in their first year. But when you look at it historically, there's usually only 6 to 8 rookies.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
A very, very, very Merry Christmas from all of us here at 2K Sports. Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Ernie Johnson. Ho, ho, ho. Happy to be here. Yes. Santa Claus. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the Oklahoma City Thunder in their house, Chesapeake Energy Arena. The wins have been coming pretty steadily for the Thunder. They'd like to play well to start this season series. They haven't forgotten how this team knocked them out in the first round last season. And for Paul George, it was a tough journey coming back.
cut the sunflower seeds. It's taking forever for somebody to come over and clean it. I guess we don't have to do all the cleaning. Ain't that right? Yeah, but wait, are you making a metaphor? That's a little bit. Better than that, boo-boo.
A view of I-40 in Chesapeake Energy Arena, taken from the Skydance Bridge in Oklahoma City. That's our setting tonight. Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Right now, the Rockets, they like to start this road trip off on a positive note. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA right now. No question, they've won 7 of their last 8.
You know what? They're almost perfect in their approach right now. I mean, mentally, physically, strategically, everything seems to have fallen into place. They're bound to hit a bump at some point in the road, but right now, everything is all systems go.
To keep winning, I think it's important that they avoid looking too far ahead. Just take the cliched one game at a time.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, we all know how hard Russell Westbrook plays every night. Coach Billy Donovan said he plays with such force and passion. He gets so intense, so competitive, so emotional, but he's doing a good job of bringing himself back together and understanding there's other guys out there depending on him. Kevin?
And that's how Russ has always been, D.A., a high motor player who leaves it all out on the floor.
All right, ready to go? Ready to go?
So the Rockets win the tip. For Houston, they've gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Paul kicks to Wells. DJ with it. He had 13 points in the win against the Clippers. For rebound by Patterson.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Bringas with the bucket.
You know, at least get a hand up. It's not too much to ask from a coaching staff. Just not intimidating defense at all on that possession.
Now, here's DJ. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. The three-point game, such a big part of the NBA. Let's see the best teams at it. In second, the Rockets.
No doubt, they have snipered.
No. Fake.
On that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Grant's checked in.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give them the lead.
The Rockets with another miss. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Outside for Felton.
No.
Here's Brewer. No good from outside. Houston's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Paul passes to Wells. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Wells has got 5 now.
Not sure how people underestimate continually how great Chris Paul has been. Sixth sense kind of stuff there, knowing where his teammate was.
And Paul over to help. Here's Adams. And Onuaku pulls it down. Houston leading by 3. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
No need for a
Hey.
shot clock on that possession. DJ not wasting any time finishing off the break.
In the corner, it's Brewer. Down low. No good on the shot. So Houston will take it the other way. They come in and having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet still their ability to stay composed was impressive.
Well, it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Thunder shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And 74% has been the mark on the season thus far.
Greg, you watch the Thunder play, and it's clear that this team comes out looking to attack.
Oh, well, people. I can see that to be true.
And part of that is their leader, Westbrook, just setting the tone. I mean, team finished near the top in points in the paint last season, and the addition of Paul George just helps to enforce that strength.
Applying some pressure there and getting himself to the free throw line. DJ's
Come on,
paying off with that foul call.
Oh, wow.
Johnson is checked in for Oklahoma City. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
Absolutely stone cold at the line thus far. And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Nick Collison's checked in for Johnson. Rockets leading by 4. And DJ throws it down.
Well, I love it when DJ plays with rhythm. That's the way he gets it done. And this time, all the way up for the jam.
Tipped away. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Paul, and he drops it in from the low post. Paul's got 9 points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Felton against Paul. Grant outside. Here's the 3. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nene.
Yeah.
8 seconds left to play here in the first. Felton kicks to Grant.
And Grant, a great job there of going into contact, not trying to.
Oh, dumb. Only 1.
Free throw shots at the game right here. The free throw drops for Grant.
Yeah, not 3
And
people.
he can't hit the second. And so it's the Houston Rockets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them.
Yeah, we're saying, man, I'm winning.
When we return. And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects back and.
So, like, the youngest of there has to do everything, like, all chores.
What
you
the?
know, 18 years of being a rookie. That's pretty much all it is, and people just beat you up for no reason.
Hard to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the NBA.
Yeah, I'd say it might have toughened him up a little bit, that's for sure. Like 18? That is mind-boggling.
And we're ready to get rolling once again here for our Christmas Day matchup. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their D.
There's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
What the?
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. They've got Chris Paul. He's out there with Wells. DJ out there with Nene. And it's Onuaku in at the 4 slot.
I'm not Fridge for you.
DJ finishes on the move. Remix.
And stolen by DJ.
Cookies.
DJ throws it down.
And doing their best to maximize possessions. Just staying focused with this lead.
Well, it isn't much, but they've been able to capture some of the momentum of this game and increase their advantage.
Here's George following the score by Houston. And the foul called on DJ. That's his first foul. Here's Felton.
Yeah, I stole the ball.
15 points in their last win against Utah. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And Jeremy Grant, a member of the great Grant family line that has had so many NBA players.
Well, I played with his uncle Horace in Seattle, and the thing that I like about Grant is there's just nothing in terms of nonsense when he has the ball. It's straight line drives right to the rim, and he's coming down hard around the rim.
And Brewer kicks to Felton. He feeds it to George. And off the front iron, and in it goes. George has got 10 points.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
Missed inside.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Felton kicks to George, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, when Paul George announced this summer that he intended to leave for the Lakers when the contract ran out, you knew what was coming. Even as a rental possibility, the suitors lined up, and eventually the price was paid, and now George finds himself in a Thunder uniform.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Houston. Here's Onuaku.
Hey. Hey.
Now DJ controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Nene's got his first basket of the night.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside.
Yeah, it's called the hood.
Felton kicks to George. Releases from 15. It's rebounded by Houston. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And so many the Thunder came out of nowhere to land George in that trade.
You know, most thought Cleveland or maybe Boston were the front runners for his services, but the Thunder snuck in and made their team a 2-star squad once again. Very interesting to see how far the duo of Westbrook and George can go. And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the three at a ridiculous rate.
And it's sent back by George. And it turns out it's going to be a foul he was hoping for. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Thunder lead by 5.
What the hell?
Thanks. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third.
Mahaya.
And it's been a back and forth game so far with no ground given through the third quarter start. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure.
SmackDown Tag Team Champion.
What the? Yeah, the guy was calling and said, "Y'all can't beat them." Yeah, the guy was calling and said, "They're too strong for y'all."
Hey, learn from it. This happened out there? It'll make you a better player. Trust me. Appreciate you.
Yeah, you got school tomorrow.
Everybody got school.
They call you Seamus.
Oh, what he's gonna do in school? Ball kick.
Okay, guy, let me teach you how to do improv kick.
Like crazy. Okay, I'm like, you guys stand up.
Yeah, I want to make you tap out exclamation hole.
Oh, it did not work.
Yeah, try everything.
Yeah, well, it's time to tap out.
Oh, well, I guess 2K19 is a champion.
Yeah, people. Yeah, it's time. You and Nakamura's rivalry continues. Yeah, it's time. This might be the final rivalry.
Well,
Maybe not all day. Can't keep it forever.
You gotta face somebody else.
Yeah, somebody else you never face. Like
Whoever is missing money, baby team Monday Night Raw or SmackDown Live.
Hey, who's in the B?
It might be the Miz again. The Miz is missing one baby. He might catch an AJ Styles or Nakamura.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have issues. Well, Jason. No, not Jason Jordan. John Cena.
Hey, Cena alone.
Or the Universal Champion.
Not Brock.
Or you know why his almost close to pass CM Punk.
Punk, do something.
We're going to see the Chris Paul injury update today. Tonight.
Yeah, people. Will Chris Paul be 100%? Yeah, Chris Paul, if you're 100%.
That means you go play tonight.
Yeah, that means we got the whole team.
Not 100%.
Oh, we got James Harden. Oh, yeah, be a guy.
Yeah. I got more. What the 420 days?
What the hell?
No, right, yes, the 420 days.
What the fuck?
Alright, DJ,
No
let's get
way,
to work.
bro.
Here's what we're
It
gonna
should
do.
be worthy.
Yeah, it was Boom Brock. It's his fault. Maybe.
Come on, you roll. Go it there. It'll be hot.
Not your best effort today, DJ. It's certainly not your worst.
Next time.
What the hell? Son of the bitch! Yeah, cause then you what?
I forgot you got gym tomorrow, at 9:50.
Yeah.
Alright, DJ, let's
How about you, Danger? You got school?
Yeah. Or you too.
That's not school.
What's up, guys? We're at the Esports Arena here in Oakland, and this is where Warriors Gaming Squad practice. Come on, I'm gonna show you a little bit.
In a normal practice day, we'll probably be in here a good 12 hours, but we kind of have to make them leave sometimes because although it's their profession now, it's also their passion, what they like to do.
Since they have two pure sharps, it's tough for them to play good transition defense.
We'll break down film, we will scout whoever our opponent is for that week. They want to put in as much work as they can to improve individually and as a team.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. The fans are filling the seats out in Boston, the site of our broadcast, and where the Celtics will be going up against the Houston Rockets. Taking a look at the Rockets, these guys are playing good basketball with 7 wins in their last 10 games, and they like their chances tonight. And for the Celtics, how about their head coach, Brad Stevens? He's a youthful-looking guy. I know he's over 40, doesn't look it, but he's very, very poised.
Well, truthful. You know, I think the one thing that he is he's a straight-up coach who has a no-nonsense approach. He's comfortable in his own skin, and I think he does look younger than 40.
And, you know, he's a young guy, but he's not afraid to challenge his players. And he keeps it...
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Boo-boo, how long till the game starts? Oh, you got to be kidding me. This thing is broken. Man tells me it's a Rolex and I can't tell the difference, but I guess I can. This Rolex don't work. I should have bought a TV. $20 down.
Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. And also joining us on the sidelines, the league's most valuable player in 2004, Kevin Garnett. KG, it is great to have you with us.
Kay, how you been, man? It's good to see you,
Waiting for you to sit right here next to us. That's what I've been waiting for.
Man, thank you for having me, man. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Can't wait to get inside your impressions of this game. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll see the Houston Rockets taking on the Boston Celtics. And, of course, they're looking forward to the return of Al Horford.
Yeah, I hear you, Kevin. But really, it's an issue for both teams with regard to the injury situation. So it's a matter of which team can rise up and show the fortitude necessary to play through those injuries and still come out on top.
You know, this is exactly why you acquire depth. It's why your front office is constantly working to add guys who can contribute.
And Kevin, there was such a whirlwind around your trade to the Celtics from the Timberwolves. What were your thoughts and emotions at that time?
Man, you know what? Being in Minnesota at that time, it was very difficult for me.
Here's Rozier. And KG, I have to say, a pleasure to have you with us here tonight, providing your great insight and intellect into these broadcasts. Thanks so much for being with us on the show, and I hope you come by again.
Man, K-Hall, anytime you need me, man, you let me know, man. I'm yours, man. You know what it is.
The great, the champion, Kevin Garnett. And Doris, one of the things that really strikes me about KG, he's as smart as he is athletically gifted. What a treat to have him join us tonight.
Well, I'm in awe of his enthusiasm, and it's not just when he's talking, but when others are talking as well. There's so much life to the conversation. Everything he brought to the court for 21 years, he now brings to the booth.
And for the Rockets, Chris Paul is out there with Wells. Then it's Mr. Perfect. Then there's Nene. And it's Tucker in at the 3 slot. And for the Celtics, we've got Marcus Morris. Smart is out there with Rozier. Then it's Aaron Baines. Boston shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And when Marcus Morris gets a defender in a one-on-one situation, Greg, he feels the most at home.
And part of that might be from going up against his twin brother all the time when they were young. Marcus Morris has a great knack to find a shot he likes. Terrific with his mid-range. And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
And it's Gordon missing. Here's Rozier. He's got 5, and it's blocked by Gordon. Wells. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Rockets. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. We're seeing it.
part of the game, DJ. Everybody loses. MJ, Shaq, Kobe, even old Boo. Not at Roshan. You get what I'm saying? Relations. You have something for me?
I do indeed. Here you go.
Nice, man.
I don't want to juice.
What's up, guys? It's Type here from Warriors Gaming Squad.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, Hoops fans. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny, the Jet, the champion, Smith, and Shaquille, the Diesel, the champion several times, O'Neal. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Washington, where the Wizards will be going up against the Houston Rockets. Looking at Houston, not really much of a surprise that about midway through the season, we find them near the top of the standings in second place. No drop-off from the performance we saw this team give last season. And for the Washington Wizards, last season there were rumors about issues with
Hey, remember, new place ain't nothing but a place you ain't never been. Huh? My granddad used to say, we moved around a lot when I was a kid. Have a good game, DJ Road Warrior. Like that? DJ Road Warrior.
Look at my watch and the way that I mind. Put you on God. I never complain. More than on my wrist. I made the moves, we make it feel. Pull up in the next one, I always see it. I've been back with Rick. When you get numb, you ain't messing, no. You ain't messing, no. Pulling for me, got the. Ain't no money, no discussion there. I got what you need.
There's no better time of year than the holidays for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me tonight, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, with our Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. You look at the Rockets, well, they come into every game with confidence, and this game is no different. Two elite teams put each other to the test, certainly, every time they meet. A lot on the line in this one, though.
This is a team with high expectations, and they don't end with the regular season.
They sure don't. They entered the season with very high hopes and haven't let any distractions get in the way of them.
Well, as the NBA season comes into full gear, you really start to see just how big the NBA season is. Chris, would you like to keep it at 82 games, or would you like to change it? He's checked in for Gortat. And then for Houston, Mr. Perfect comes in for Clint Capella. And it's Johnson in for Trevor Ariza. Porter and Morris are the forwards. Frazier and Beal are in the backcourt. And it's Mahimi in at the center position. That's the 5 on the 4 for the Wizards. And Beal kicks to Porter. Morris with the screen for Porter. Off target from outside.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time. He's been in control here tonight, helping them get in front with his work from the field.
Here's Mr. Perfect, covered by Morris. Last outing for the Rockets, it was a loss to the Celtics in Boston.
Yeah, that was a stinker. I mean, that's one of those games where you really can't find anything that they did well. The game just got out of hand and really just a shaky performance across the board.
And they tried to adjust, but every play they ran got countered by a veteran.
And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's his first foul. And Washington making a change here. Satoransky's checked in. Nene, he's checked in for the Rockets. Here's Mr. Perfect. Bangs home the trifecta. Mr. Perfect's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And Satoransky kicks to Porter. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away.
Porter takes no time in getting his shot off. When the D is laying off of him, he has no problem pulling right up off the pass.
And some nice passing there by Houston. Shot on the wing. That's short off the rim.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
The 3. Porter can't get that one to fall.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Rockets have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight. Washington making some changes. Scotty's checked in for Mahinmi. Oubre comes in for Otto Porter Jr. and Ty Lawson subbed in for Beal. Houston also making some changes. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Johnson. Gordon comes in for James Harden. And Wells is subbed in for Paul.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
3-second difference between shot clock and game time. No good for Mr. Perfect.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Ball's knocked loose. The 11-footer. The shot by Satoransky, no good. The 11-footer. And so it's Washington heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best.
Thanks a lot. Joe, what's the key for the second half?
Well, we got to come out with more focus and intensity. You know, we got to pick it up, man. We got to get stops in the second half, man. Pick it up defensively. Offensively, we're pretty good, but defensively, they get too many easy baskets.
We'll see if you can slow them down. Thanks, Joe. Back.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Bradley Beal having a dominant impact in this game. For the Wizards, Mike Scott's checked in for Markieff Morris. Satoransky comes in for Otto Porter Jr. and Ty Lawson subbed in for Frazier. And so in the game for the Rockets, we've got Harden. Nene is out there with Mr. Perfect. Then there's Wells, and it's Onuaku in at the 3 slot. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. In the corner, Harden. Here's Mr. Perfect. Misses off the right iron. Confident play we're seeing out of him.
Yeah, and the scoreboard tells the story.
It's Scott on the wing. Pass to Satoransky. Outside, Beal. Lawson outside. Feeds to Scott. He dishes it to Beal. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah.
Horrible, Google. Couldn't shoot. Yep. Couldn't rebound. Too many turnovers. Yeah. Would you stop agreeing with me?
What you want me to say? You played great? Okay, you played great.
No, we're gonna get a victory. On third place. What was that? Alright people, we're gonna end it here. If we could try to get a win, we will see you guys next time. Peace. Bye.